Look at that. Gamers rose up.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Yes, then. This is apparently a thing. If you haven't heard, the news going around the greater market worlds is that GameStop has been soaring. Why is this? It apparently is because of one of the subforums on Reddit, basically the world's largest forum platform, if you would. It's Wall Street Bet. Basically, people throw a whole bunch of speculation out there, and you do what you would. Because, full disclosure, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Full disclosure, though, I did study business and I did work for a mutual fund company. Basically, it was a paid internship at one point in my life. Now, again, this is not financial advice, but from my analysis, what ended up happening, long story summarized, is you can buy a stock. Normally, people know that. You buy a stock, you pay like $10 for it. It goes up to $15. You sell it. You make $5 minus whatever their commissions and essentially you need to go through a broker unless you essentially have direct access. It's one of the ways companies make money. Number one, a little bit off the top. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Now, the other thing that happens is you can short sell. And I remember when I learned this like my junior year, I'm like, wait a second. So stock goes up, you sell, you make money. If you short sell, stock goes down, you sell what isn't yours to somebody else, you make money. One of my investments professors was like, he who sells what isn't his and then basically reaps the rewards. He really wasn't a big fan of it, but essentially, as long as there's market volatility, somebody's going to make some money. Okay, so as we can see here, two Wall Street firms took huge GameStop losses after admitting defeat to Redditors. Essentially, a whole bunch of several of these large mutual fund companies, they basically, GameStop stock is going to go down. Well, I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of things are closing down. It's brick and mortar retail. You have rising competition such as Steam and basically other organizations like that. But they do have a lot of very nice real estate space. So what happens? They're basically betting that it's going to go down. They have a bunch of money on it. The problem is, if they have those options, they either need to not exercise them, or if they basically said, I will sell on this day for this much, they could literally take billions and billions of dollars of losses there. Why? Because they're putting up that money and other folks are putting money in. So essentially somebody's going to make some money. Again, if you actually do the math out, and there is supposed to be some sort of calculus, it's basically the internet leveraging itself against quote unquote the man. So as we can see here, two of the major hedge funds targeted by investors on Reddit, pushing up the stock price of GameStop, have waved expansive flags of defeat and sold out of their investment, losing millions of dollars. Okay, so what it sounds like is they sold their options. They're like, we ain't going to exercise the options. It costs money. And yes, GameStop, mall retailer, video games soared 134%, a staggering increase of 748% in just 1 week after Reddit investors launched a chaotic short squeeze attack to increase the price and screw over major investors. Well, they seem to have done that. And the very interesting thing is here, we'll pop over here as we can stay. This is brought to us by CNET. Reddit Elon Musk set GameStop stock soaring. YMC and BlackBerry are next, and apparently, according to Tim Pool's video earlier, we are already starting to see this as well. As we can see, Fighting 100 Mini Mike Tyson's brought to us by Yahoo Entertainment. The powerful influence of a Reddit trade. This, essentially, this is the internet being the internet. Why is the internet being the internet?
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
Exactly. What is the plan? All right. We got a bunch of folks that are making a bunch of money. They seem to always make money. Oh, what would happen if we actually all started buying this at the same time? Well, essentially, this is what happens. It's what we called in World of Warcraft as creative use of game mechanics. Really necessarily wasn't intended for this, but if you look at what we have right now, we have a certain scalability. We have the internet. We got billions of people. We now have high-speed connections in many areas. So now we have the ability to transmit data all over the world very quickly. And then you have a digital public square, a forum, if you would, the Reddits. So where people from all over the world are essentially in one big room and they can discuss, hey, what would happen if this happened? Because, I mean, it's not like when you're working for a company or something, one of the things they look for is like large block trading or anything, because it's like, oh, those are what institutional investors are doing. Basically, folks that literally can move money here, and it's such a large amount of money that people are going to be like, oh, money's going this way. So it's kind of like, I don't know, a monetary singularity, or it maybe not a singularity, but it adds an intense, large, intense gravitational effect to the market, if you would. I don't know. Why is it physics, economics, and freaking math all seem to coincide at certain places? All I know is what I learned from Andrew Yang is math is hard. But you want to know what's not hard? 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 Exactly. People just need to be like, oh, squirrel. If you got enough money backing it, well, standard supply and demand, hashtag capitalism. You got driving market forces. Now, could it completely crash? Absolutely. But as long as folks are putting money into it, it's literally the monetization for a lot of people of hate. They're like, I don't like these people. They want to stick it to them. So they keep on putting money on, in, and in. So it's literally added a gravitational effect. Have we hit a singularity? It's going up kind of asymptotic. Even Professor Keating earlier in his lecture, he's like, oh, here's the price of GameStop stuff. He's like, oh, no. But I'm just showing the hockey stick curve there. Those are the things that they point out. It is very interesting to see this stuff going on. And we'll pop actually over to the New York Times, the paper of record. And as you can see, the apostrophes, dumb money is on GameStop. And it's beating Wall Street at its own game. Yes, gamers rise up. This is the thing. You just look at this. It's like GameStop shares have soared 1,700% as millions of small investors, egged on by social media, employ a classic Wall Street tactic to put the squeeze on Wall Street. Okay. Here's the other thing. You're seeing this from Barron's. GameStop trading should be halted for 30 days, says securities regulator. Oh, we got somebody out there that's saying we shouldn't do this. Why? It's not operating as intended. Oh, it's not operating as intended? Well, why is this? People on the internet are saying things.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Huh. I don't know. Again, I am not a financial advisor or necessarily a real person, but all I know is, don't we see people on TV? Weren't there a lot of folks say it's like, oh, Bitcoin, oh, people could lose all these things. Oh my God, it could be so bad and everything. And very often, after you see a bunch of these smart people on very expensive television channels and everything, the market kind of seems to follow. It's almost like they're watching the news. It's not like, I don't know, any world leader would just watch the news and then just basically respond accordingly. I have no idea. This would totally not be the case. Now, as we can see, Barron's, yes, it is a fancy business magazine. I think I may have read a paper back when papers were a thing. So, yes. Where is it? Yes, spokeswoman for New York City Stock Exchange did not immediately respond to our request for comment. The SEC also did not immediately respond. The trading in GameStop ticker GME has been temporarily halted multiple times in recent days under SEC rules that pause trading when stocks make large moves. Okay, a little bit of market normalization in there, because We must remember that time where the stock market just literally went like down like 2,000 points and then it went back up. Why? Nope, nobody really said. It could have just been an oops. It literally may have been one of those bots or algorithms checking the news. Somebody, I think, had said something extremely bad happened to President Obama, and at that point, I think it took a dip. I think it was fake news. I'm just saying these things seem to be important, but yes, as we can see here, essentially, long story short, TD Ameritrade, basically, they stopped the trading of GameStop along basically for their managed portfolios and everything based upon what I had heard from Tim Pool. Again, double check me on that. That's the gist of what I got. But you see this going on, it's like, okay, so now you have a traded company. I'm pretty sure you're a traded company. I don't know. What is it? TD Bank. Let's see. Well, hold on. TD Bank. Holdings, I think. I think that's it. Or maybe it's under Ameritrade. Oh, well. But the big thing is with this, now you have a company saying, oh, you can't do this. Why? Why? Because, okay, to be fair, I even invested in Subverse at one point, and then they realized I wasn't wealthy enough to actually invest. What does that mean? Technically, I think it's if you have a net worth of under $200,000 or under that much potential income, you're not necessarily supposed to be able to invest in private corporations, which I believe Subverse was. It wasn't publicly traded. As far as I understand, GameStop is publicly traded. Anybody can buy in, right? I mean, why wouldn't you want the people to be able to buy in to the market, have faith in a American company that many people love? I remember getting an expansion to World of Warcraft back in the day. It's like, and they're like midnight, it's like, it's a release. And everyone is always kind of there, like slightly awkwardly. It's like, oh, dude, what type of build are you gonna go for your mage, or what are you gonna do a Fury Warrior? So it's like, dude, it was fun. This is the thing. Why do we do it? We do it.
What rolls downstairs over and bears rolls over your neighbor's dog? What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's log, log, log.
Exactly. Now, as we can see here, this is what NASDAQ CEO Adina Friedman told CNBC the exchange tracks social media chatter. And basically what she said is if she saw something that looked to be out of bounds, if you would say, then they would pause it because this is the actual exchange that it's on. And I'm just like, wait a second. I understand, but is this illegal? That's the thing. Somebody tell me this is illegal. Oh, a bunch of people are having conversations and people are investing in the same thing. They're spending a whole lot of money. And what these people forget is you're not a corporation. You're not immune to jail and demonetization and everything. No, you're a person. And we must remember, companies are people, my friend. Now, as we can see, they are listed, actually, pardon me, on the New York Stock. I don't know, those are the other ones there. Yeah, what she's saying. NASDAQ is a self-regulatory organization to make sure the activity in the market is legitimate and to root out manipulation in the market. She did not detail what kind of technology the NASDAQ uses to evaluate social media chatter, but she said if the NASDAQ can match unusual trading with social media activity, the exchange will halt the stock and potentially engage with the SEC to evaluate and investigate. Now, so looking at what people are saying on social media, should we not gauge everything we see on TV too? How about on every single platform? Let's measure it all if we're going to go that far. If you see a whole bunch of people just saying a bunch of these things, and then you notice a dip one way or another, maybe we should pause the market then. I don't know. What's the difference? I mean, it's not like you're anti-pleb. I thought folks were for the people. I thought the people were making money. I thought we were seeing a redistribution of wealth using a creative use of game mechanics. I don't know. But, yes, I see you all out there. We'll heart you all at everything, but this is the thing. If you stop allowing the people to engage in what's legal, people aren't going to be happy. It's not a good thing. There's only so many squirrels you can distract people with. Again, this is the thing. We need to fix the system. The system is set up so, again, this is all my opinion. Again, everything is in Minecraft. My apologies. I apologize for my trendingness towards violence. Again, hashtag I denounce. Now, all I'm saying is, listen, there's a game set up. A lot of folks don't like the game. We don't like the game. We change the meta. This is the thing I've been saying all the time. Metaphorically, break the meta. How do we break it? Well, it looks like kind of broken right now. Oh, so you're saying everybody in this instance is saying something's wrong here. We can change it. Things are hot. You're telling me we can't build the best damn system? Hey, I don't know. A lot of folks seem to be getting some money. I wonder where they'll put it. Again, does not construe any form of financial advice. I am not a financial advisor nor stock type person. Now, all I'm saying is, you should keep on this. Do your own research. And whatever happens, be safe. Love you all. And long live the elbow bump. Squirrels, take us away. No, that's the wrong thing. That's not the right thing.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를